All right, so today we're going to be looking at how to make triangles using side, angle, side angle, using Geogebra / geometry. So I would like you to do the same thing and then post it up, okay, on Google Classroom. So first, let's give us 3 length of a triangle. Here's one, click segment, here's another, and here's another. So using these 3 segments, let's make one of them kind of short. Oops, shorter than the other. Yeah, using these segments, yeah, make sure you click move to, yeah, so there you go. Using these 3 segments, we want to make a triangle, and we should all be able to do this with constructions, okay? This game that we're playing with just simply a ruler and a compass. So first, I'm going to copy the length of AB. You guys remember that? So that's really straightforward. So click so I'm going to pick a point. Here's where I'm going to draw my triangle, starting with G there. So I'm going to copy this length by using our compass. There it is. Click the length from A to B. That's the radius I'm using. And now I can move this around so you can see that's the same length. From center to any point on the circle, it's the same length as AB. So I'm going to put it right here. Click at G. So that is the same length. So I'm going to click my point. There you go. Click a point anywhere. It could be anywhere. So I'm going to just make it horizontal this way. By the way, do you see why these 2 other segments must be longer than the longest segments? Like, imagine that CD. Here's what I'm saying. Here's my longest segment, right? So make sure the CD and EF, when you add them together, it has to be longer than AB. Do you see why that has to be true? Imagine that I had 2 sides this way. CD, the short ED. Would I be able to make a triangle with this? No way, because CD's, like, if you were to measure the length of CD and EF, and if it's not longer than AB, there's no way you're going to make a triangle, right? The 2 sides of the triangle must be longer than the longest side, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Otherwise you can't make a triangle. It'll be too short, right? So yeah, then let's make sure that CD, and if I were to add CD and EF, it will be longer than AB. Looks like it. Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to now copy. So I'm going to draw a segment first. Let me draw a segment from G to H. So now the length of AB is same as G to H. Now if you don't believe me, click this, distance length. And I want you to do this too so you can verify. So the AB is 4.2 units here. GH must be 4.2. See, yeah, it better be because we copied the same one. Now I want to copy the length of CD. So go to where's my compass? Get the length of CD, and there's my length. You see this circle from the center to any point on the circle is length of CD. So I'm going to put it right at G. Okay, and you may say, well, that's great. How am I going to draw a length of CD here? Well, we're not done yet, because what we have to do is, because now we have to guess what? We have to copy the length of EF now, right? Exactly, on H. So let's copy that. Go to the compass, find the length of EF, and from H, we want to draw that. And you see where the 2. So look, this circle, the length is EF. This circle, the length is CD from G. So now you see where they intersect. Pick a point there. See, that's the intersection point. Oops, I don't know if I did that correctly. It should be different color. Let me zoom in. Yeah, be careful. Click it, then right. Yeah, I think that's it, right? So let me just double check. Zoom in even more. So make sure it's the intersection of those there. And now I'm going to connect those segments GI. So GI should be what? What should the length of GI be? Same as, let's measure it. Just the distance from C to D should be, it says 3.1. GI better be 3.1 as well. There you go, 3.1. And then EF. Let's draw the segment. EF is going to same length as IH. So let's just verify if it's the same length. EF. There it is. Oh, can't kind of see it. So this 2. So hopefully we got this right. Let's go to HI. Should have the same length as 2. There it is. Now what's really great about this is you could actually change the length of this thing. You see how? 3.2, 3.2. You see, look what happens if I make it too short. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a triangle, are you? See, it's too short. There's no way they're gonna reach. So make sure it's got to be, bigger than AB, right? It could be a little bit bigger, then it won't be, it'll be a triangle, you know, really flat like this. But yeah, there you go. You can change this length. This 2. Now look at you change the length of this 3. See? So that's what's really nice about this GeoGebra is you could actually change the length of these segments. I can even change the length of AB, and then the triangle changes. So there's side, side, side. Okay, so that's great. Now let's move on to guess what we're going to do next. Yep, we're going to do side angle side. So let's do that one. So I'm going to actually move away from this. Maybe I'll do it over here. I'm going to do all 3 in one place. So move this over here. Make sure if you want to move, click move. Now we want to make ourselves a length here. I want to make a length here. Let's do side angle side. Yeah, side angle side. That's actually the harder one. Let's do side angle side. Here's side. Here's another side. Some random length, side, and then we want the included angle in the middle. So we need 3 points. I don't know, this angle 1, 2, 3 like this, and let's draw some rays from O to N and O to P. There you go. So you got 2 sides and you got an angle. Actually, let me make this side a little bit smaller so it kind of fits better. All right, so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to copy the angle and 2 sides. So I'm going to copy the sides first. That's the easiest, right? So I'm going to pick a point. Pick a point. Let's draw the triangle down here somewhere. Okay, so on Q. So I'm going to copy JK. Same way as we did before. So go down to compass. Click the length of JK. Yeah, and then click, you see, that's the same length. Click a Q. So any point on this circle is going to have a length of JK. So we could verify that later, but I guess I could verify it now. So let's pick a point. Pick a point on this, anywhere on the circle, right? I'm just put it over here. How about this time? Yeah. So QR is going to have the same length of JK. So we copy the side. So let's verify how long is this? 8.1. QR should be also 8.1. There it is. So that means we did it correctly. Click draw a segment from there to there. All right, so now we want to, do I want to copy the next length? Not yet. We want to copy this angle down here. So let's just copy the angle at R, okay? Because it's going to be side, angle, side. So let's copy this angle. So how do you remember how to copy the angle? A lot of you did this last time. Let's remember. So what do we have to do? We have to, we got to draw, use a compass and draw, right? Draw a circle here and then do the same thing at R. Exact same length of circle. So here, we're going to draw a compass. Grab a compass, but actually, let's pick one of these points to be one of the points. So let's from O to N. Let's make that. It could be any radius as you want, right? I just picked the N that happens to be there. So I'm gonna pick that point, and then notice that that's the same length as ON, and it's going to intersect. You see, it's going to intersect the angle in 2 places. You see that? So as a matter of fact, I don't want to do it that way because it's too big. So, whoops. So I'm going to actually pick a point closer so it's not too big. How about S? So because I want to make sure that when I draw the circle, it's going to intersect the, see, it's going to intersect that angle 2 places, OS and the one above there. So I'm a little bit smaller because I want to fit inside this a little bit nicer. So here I'm going to click at R. So now the OS is going to have the same exact length, right, as O, whatever this is. Let me move this out of the way. So we'll pick a point there. So OS and TR, make sure, OS and TR are going to be same. And same as that point up there, right? So now we want to know where it's going to intersect. So see, notice that what I'm going to do next is what? Well, actually, I need to have the circle there too, don't I? I need to have that there too. I need 2 circles because I need to see that intersection, remember? Yeah, because you're basically going to look at this distance with the same radius that you're using with the circle. You want to copy that distance from S to, let's pick a point, S to U. So SU has to have the same length as T something. We don't know where. So how do I know? Because look, I have the same radius SU and OU as TR, and if I could just copy that length from T, then I would get the same exact angle because we have, right, same circles with same radius. So now let me copy that segment. How do I copy that segment? Well, you need a compass again. So I'm going to measure this distance from S to U. It's that length. See? You see that circle, S to U. So that circle, wherever the U, if I were to start with U when it intersects at S, so if I were to start at S, it's going to intersect at U. You see that? Same place, right? So if I just, no matter where I'm at. So I'm going to go down to T, click that, and you see where it intersects. Pick a point there. So now I claim to you that RV, so we're going to draw an angle. So let's draw a ray. So from R to V, there it is. I claim to you that that angle measure right here is the same as this angle. So this is the same as what we did before, copying an angle, right? Now, if you want to verify, let's put an angle measurement. So here, VRT, sure, it looks like 52 point something. UOS should be same. There you go, 52 something. So let me move this out of the way so you can see it. It's 52.7. Hopefully this is, yeah, same way. And again, another way to verify is you could actually even change. Oops, you could you could even change the angle measure. You can see it's going to be the same exact angle measure as what we just copied. That way, you know that you did it correctly. So you should be doing this as you're constructing, just to verify that you're doing this correctly. And now all we have to do is the last step. Yeah, copy the length of LM, and we're done. That's the easiest. To copy the length of LM, again, use a compass. Go from L to M, using the circle with the same radius. Go down. We're going to start at R. And you see where it intersects right there? That's the point. I know there's a lot of circles and stuff, but you get the idea. So let's draw the triangle now. There it is. There's my triangle. QWR happens to be the same triangle. Happens to be the triangle with the length of, yeah, there you go. JK, 8.1, the angle 46.8 in this case, and LM. Let's look at the length of that. LM has a length of 7.8 units, so it should be the same as WR if we did it correctly. And there it is, 7.8. So you can see that even if I change the length of LM, it's going to be, of course, it's going to correspond to the triangle that we just drew. So if you have these angle side, angle side, you're going to get this triangle. Okay, so you could even change the angle. You could even change the angle measure. You could even change the length of JK and so on. Yeah. So in this case, really, the length doesn't really. You don't have to worry about the length or anything. There's like side. This you could have any length that you want for JK and LM because here's the included angle. You could have it anywhere. All right. So now the last one is what? Yep. Last one is angle side angle. So let's go move on over to the right. As I said, I'm gonna do all three in one place. So let's do angle side angle. So let's start with the side. I'm gonna make a long. When you do this, make a side kind of long here. Oh, they were doing A1 now because I guess we used all the letters. So let's make an angle. Actually, we need two angles. So here, I'm gonna want this angle to be one, and then here's another angle. Okay, and then let's draw some rays. Here's a ray, CB prime and C1 to D1. B1. And the other angle, let's make this angle. Draw a ray. Let's go the other way. Oops, I want the other way. I want to start with F1 from here to, yeah. So as you can see, here's my angle, one of the angle, here's my side. I guess make it a little bit shorter, kind of fit better. So ZA prime, ZA1 is my side, here's the other angle. Now, when you're doing the angle side angle, you want to make sure not both of these are obtuse, because if these angles are obtuse, you're not going to get a triangle, right? Think about why. I think a lot of you can see it. I could even show it to you in a minute. So let's do that. First, we're going to copy this length ZA prime, I keep saying A prime, ZA1. So how do you copy that segment? Well, that's easy. We need a starting point. Here's a point. We're going to do it at H1. So go down here, compass, copy the length of ZA1, and then put it down at H. And you can pick any points you want. And just to make it easy for me, I'm just going to make it kind of horizontal. It doesn't have to be perfectly horizontal. It doesn't matter, right? All right, now let's copy this angle. Remember how to copy this angle? So we're going to use a compass. Well, let's pick a point on this. So I don't want to make it too big. So I want to draw a circle with radius of C1, J1. So pick a compass, C1, J1. There it is. And I'm going to hit it at H. Oops, I forgot to draw. Let me draw the segment. So yeah, that should have the same length as ZA. Let's verify if we do have the same length. the length, and it should be the same, right? There it is. And I guess I guess we could use the same radius, right? We have the same radius. Oh, we have to draw this one, right? So put this one over here too. Use the same. Oh, I can't do that, can I? So, oops. So for this one, whoops. Yeah, so here we need to pick another point. So let's pick a point. Here, I guess I could click G1. It doesn't matter. So, well, let's finish this one first. Let me do that one later. I'm sorry, I was going to do it all together, all of them together, but no, let's just do one at a time. So here's C1, J1. There's that, and now we need to get that intersection. It's the same as what we did before, right, on the previous one. So there's my K1. So we need to measure that distance. So how do we do that? Well, we need a compass. So here from J1 to K1, that's the same length. So, oh, I need to pick a point there. So let me do that a little bit later. So first of all, you have to pick a point at this leg. Oops. Now be careful, you got to go in. Sometimes you have to zoom in. There you go. So there's L1. So H1 L1 has the same length as C1 J1, and now I need to copy the distance K1 J1. So I was just doing that, but anyway. So here is the radius, and bring it down right here, and notice where they intersect right there. So put a point. Now be careful. You gotta go where they intersect right there. Now I am ready to draw the ray. So draw the ray from where H1 to M1. So I claim to you now, we just copy this angle. Let's verify if it actually does show us we did. So here's the angle measure of this is going to be, it's kind of hard to see, 65.2. So let's see if this angle that we just copied is 65.2, then we're good. There it is. So yeah, I want you to be doing this when you're doing the construction, because some of you are doing it wrong. You know, you're not verifying your steps. So there it is. So now notice we copied the angle. I mean, I could even again move this thing to make sure. Yeah, there you go. Let's then copy this angle onto L1. So we did the same exact thing. So it's really easy, same exact thing as before. So to copy this circle, we need to pick a point on this circle. I guess I could use G1, but let's make it this to kind of do the same thing as before. I'm going to pick a point to make the circle a little bit smaller because I don't want it to go out too much, and use a compass, draw a circle from here to here, and put the circle there. And we're gonna copy that same radius right at L1. And so notice that F1 and N1 would have the same length as, which is kind of hard to see. So let me move those out of the way. And we need a point where they intersect. So notice that this circle is going to intersect that right here. You see that? O1. So F1 and N1 has the same length as L1 and O1 because we copied the same circle. And now we need to see where that circle intersects. It intersects at P1. So we need to copy that length P1 to N1 down here so that we get the same exact angle because we are using the same exact circle. So let's copy that angle, but copy that length from, where's compass? Yeah, from N1 to P1. So click this to P1. There it is. And so notice that if I go from N1 to P1, it's the same length. So now I go down to O1. I know there are lots of circles. So click that point where they intersect. Click that point right there. And I claim to you that O1 and Q1 has the same length as N1 and P1. And we can now draw the ray. So here's a ray. Start at L1 to Q1. There it is. There's my triangle. So let's verify that we copied the angle correctly. So let's go to the angle. I want this angle E1 to F1 to N1. Looks like 55.1.5. This one to this one to this one should be the same. There it is. Let's move that over so you can see it better. Oh, it was 6. So there it is. And then you can see where they intersect. That's the point. Click that point. That's the triangle. So H1, R1, is that I1. It's going to have this, you know, that's the triangle. I know that that's not of circles, but that's the triangle that you get when you have this angle, side, angle, and that's the triangle you get. So everyone should have. If I were to give you 66 degrees, 11.7 and 55.6 degrees angle measure, you should all get the same exact triangle as I did if you did it correctly. Again, let's verify. If I were to move this angle, notice that it changes, right? 68, 69, 70, and so on. Now, I told you if I make this angle too big, if it's an obtuse, what's going to happen? Well, you're not going to get a triangle, are you? So they're not going to intersect, right? So there's no intersection. So yeah, make sure that when you do these, the two angles, not both of them are. You could have obtuse, I guess, if you make this one like even, smaller or cute. Yeah. So make sure that some of these, you don't want some of these to be like 180, right? If it's 180, they're not going to intersect, right? If this is like 90, not going to intersect. If this is 180, you won't. As long as it's less than 180, you're good. These two angles, right? So it's kind of nice to see visually why. So you could even change this angle smaller, and that triangle stays the same, and you could verify that 66.3. Yeah, this you could have any whatever length you want in the middle. It doesn't matter, right? Because as long as the some of these two angles don't add up to 180 or greater. You want the sum of these angles to be from 0. I guess it's got to be bigger than 0. Greater than 0 and less than 180. That way, you're going to guarantee that the two rays are going to intersect and make it a triangle. All right, so I want you to try this yourself. And again, some of you have some question doing this. So when you're doing this, make sure you log into Google, right? And here, this is how you save. Okay, you can save it as where you want. So triangles, construction, side. Anyway, I just called it triangles. And now, what you do is once you do that, you wait a little bit. There's a share link. So I want you to copy this link, right? And post it on to Google Classroom. And also you could saving. Let's wait a little bit. Yeah, once you copy and then you could export this image. So click export image, and yeah, make sure. Actually, I want to make sure that all of them are shown. So let me zoom out. It's kind of hard to see them all. So I guess you could do all three, or you could do them all together, whichever. So like for example, if you want, so actually just do 3 separate ones, so it's easier to see. So do this. So once you show me the link, I could actually go there too. So click here, it's saving, and it's gonna first, there's a link. I want you to put that in there, and then export image, and there's my image, download, right? You save it there, just save it to desktop, and go to the second one. Again, click this. It's going to give us the same link again, and then click export image, and there it is, and do the same. Okay, you get the idea. All right, so do that one, and then do the last one. Go to this. But what's really important is this link, right? Because I could always go to the link and look at but I want these 3 different pictures as well. So here, there's a triangle, download. So I want you to upload the link and 3 of these pictures. I guess it saves as PNG. All right. Okay.